Welcome to the introduction of AngularJS on Traino.me. In this course, we will train you on version 1 of AngularJS. What is AngularJS? It is a JavaScript framework. It is distributed as a JavaScript file, and to add it to your web application, you have to just include one JavaScript file. That's it. Did you know that Angular was built by Google? Yes. AngularJS was created as a side project by two Google developers. Its first version was released in 2012. AngularJS lets you extend HTML with new attributes called directives. AngularJS has a set of built-in directives which offers functionality to your applications. AngularJS also lets you define your own directives. Single-page apps are becoming increasingly popular. Sites that mimic single-page app are able to provide the feel of a phone or a tablet application. AngularJS is tailor-made to create single-page applications. Angular's handling of DOM and AJAX eliminate much of the code you would otherwise have to write, and it all happens within the browser, making it an ideal partner with any server technology. Angular provides everything you need to build a CRUD, create, read, update, delete app. It simplifies application development by presenting a higher level of abstraction to the developer. Angular was built with CRUD in mind. Luckily, CRUD applications represent the majority of web applications. Games and GUI editors are examples of applications with intensive and tricky DOM manipulation. These kind of apps are different from CRUD and as a result, not a good fit for Angular. In these cases, it may be better to use a library with a lower level of abstraction, such as jQuery. Angular simplifies application development, which makes it one of the easiest frameworks to learn and master. It is an amazing JavaScript framework designed for simple people to create awesome web applications. Let's get started by building our first Angular app. We'll be creating a simple web app that gives you a hands-on feel of Angular. In this app, we will use ng-app, ng-model, and ng-bind directives. These are Angular directives that you will add to HTML elements and create your first app. ng-app defines the root element of an AngularJS application. It will automatically initialize the application when the web page is loaded. ng-model binds the value of HTML controls like input, select, text area, etc. to application data. ng-bind is used to bind the inner HTML of the element to a specified model property. Let's see them in action. Let us create our first Angular application. On the left side, I have a simple text editor, Notepad++. You can use any other editor of your choice. On the right side, I have Google Chrome opening the same file, example1.html, which is currently empty, opened. So let's get started. We'll create the basic structure of an HTML file. HTML and then we'll add our header tag. Close our header tag. And then we'll add our body tag. And inside it, we will just give a h1. Currently, we'll just say hello. Save it. And let's refresh and see. We can see our basic HTML file rendered by Google Chrome. Let's go ahead and add input box. Type text. Let's give a line after that. Save it. Refresh. So we see the input box created here. Now, this is a simple HTML which has nothing to do with Angular yet. Let's put the magic of Angular in it. The first step is within the header section, you include our Angular JavaScript file. Let me make this a little bigger so that you can see the whole file. Very nice. I'll save it. Let's quickly check if everything is working fine. Yes. But just including Angular.js doesn't make this an Angular app. There are three directives, three magical directives that we have to use correctly to make it an Angular app. The first one is ng app. Let's make the body tag as an ng app. Don't worry about any value yet. So what this means is anything which is within this body tag is now an ng app, will be treated as an Angular app. Next, let's bind this input variable using ng model to a variable called name. Hit save and let's refresh, see what happens. Nothing happened. Well, the most important piece is still missing. We created the app, we binded the input with the name variable, but we haven't displayed that yet. So we will use Angular's expression evaluator, which are two curly brackets, and then you can use your variable that you defined and close the two curly brackets and hit save. Let's refresh and try something. Let's try to write Traino, Traino.me. You see the magic here? This value inside the text area or input is now binded to this location inside the HTML. If I remove this magic tag of ng model, save it and do the refresh, and let's try to type again. See, nothing happens. So it's the ng model that is binding the value inside this input box to the name variable. And these two curly braces with name inside it is actually binding that value to the HTML. Well, that's it. This is your first Angular app. This will be available for download. So download it, play around with it, or if you are adventurous, go ahead, create from scratch. Wish you all good luck.